Oh, hey, fellas, welcome in. So today right here in this video, I'm doing the drop highlights from 100 Chaos Sanctuary runs. Now, the frequently asked questions are always what player's difficulty I do it on, so how many people are in the game, and how much magic find I have. And for this particular video, that's actually always shifting. Now, I'd actually do the first half of these runs, actually about 20 of them, with a Wind Druid, and then I do the last 80 of them with a Summoning Corpse Explosion Necromancer. I don't have absolutely perfect gear, so I'm kind of swapping things around here and there, kind of experimenting with some different stuff, seeing if more magic find is okay, or maybe we want to go with more skills and stuff like that. And then also swapping the player's difficulty, trying to get as much experience as possible, because a big part of why I'm running the Chaos Sanctuary is to get more levels on these characters. I eventually settle on players 3 for the Wind Druid and players 5 for the Necromancer, but it is a lot of swapping around in the middle there. Now, as for the magic find, it's usually always between 250 and roughly maybe 330, so that's a pretty good range right there. And this one is super mega exciting, so make sure you stick around all the way to the end and not miss any of these crazy godly drops I get. Now, with that stuff smacked out of the way, let's get after it. So you might notice there's actually no run counter up in the upper right hand corner like there usually is. That's because I was doing one test run just to see if I even wanted to do this with the Wind Druid at all. And boom, on the very first attempt, I get a Gull rune. Well, that decides it. Let's do the Chaos Sanctuary. Now after that though, it actually starts off incredibly slow, but I get a Grand Charm directly from Diablo. I have to go hit up my boy Kane to help me ID it. I'm all out of scrolls. It ends up not being anything, but I am looking for a few of these in order to transmute with perfect gems in order to hopefully roll 45 life skillers here. And now we're skipping all the way to run 16, so it's starting off pretty darn slow for me, but I get a little baby drop, a gold wrap, but kind of good at the beginning of ladder, I suppose. Now we're all the way to run 19, but I get a super rare drop here actually. It's a Bloodlord Skull, and on top of that, it's very rare on its own, but it's also ethereal. So that is an ethereal Dark Force spawn. That is incredibly rare to drop. Incredibly rare. Now run 22. We're here with the Necromancer, and I'm incredibly intensely looking at the items to see if I missed anything. Oh, here is a small charm that dropped off as some monster I missed. And it's a 7% magic find small charm. I love magic finding, so I love getting these. Just a few moments later here, we're taking out Diablo, my mercenary skeletons, and my revives just swatting away at him, and boom, we get a set winged helm. Not super rare, but pretty cool to get. It is the G-Face. That crushing blow is absolutely amazing, along with deadly strike and strength. So I picked this up somewhere in the Chaos Sanctuary, but when I get around to IDing it, it's not a bad ring. Cast rate, some dex, some good amount of lightning res, and magic find. Not sure what's going on with my lighting here at run 26. This is like dark shadowy evil fill or something. Not really sure, but here we go. We get a set Corona, and that's the Griswold's Valor, a pretty rare item to find. Not particularly useful though, but I like finding rare stuff. Run 29 here, we get an item from Deceased that either is going to be complete trash and I don't want it, or it's going to be godly. Wow, 25 magic find, not good. I'm really hoping to get 40 on that. Now quite a while later here now at run 38, and that can take quite a while. You see it's almost 10 minutes a run what I'm doing right now. I get a small charm from Diablo, 3 max 19 attack rating. Not bad for the melee characters. Now while not incredibly uncommon, this set Demonide Sash is one of the best in slot for a lot of melee character builds, and that's the String of Ears. It also did get 8 life leech and the max 15 damage reduction, which is pretty cool. Now we're a couple runs later and we get a ba-boom! How nasty. We get an Ohm rune here in the Chaos Sanctuary. It's definitely a good place to get high runes, but you never know what you're going to get. So we're going to let this one linger a little bit and take another look, because I'm super stoked. Super excited to get myself an Ohm rune here in that Chaos Sanctuary. So we chill out a little bit here. We're 10 runs later before we get a noteworthy drop, but it is a unique Dusk Shroud. That's the Ormus Robe. You're always hoping to get a good skill on it. Firebolt is not one of the good skills I was talking about. Now run 50, Diablo gives us another one of those belts that are best in slot for a lot of melee builds. That's this Demonide Sash, which is the String of Ears. Kind of cool, it also rolled with the max of 15 damage reduction. A pretty cool unique armor drops here on the very next run. That's this unique Cuirass, and that is the Durio shell. It's got a lot of res, cannot be frozen, life, strength, really is a good all-around armor before you can get your Enigma. Also, I was taking out monsters out here in order to hopefully get lucky along with getting my skeletons, as you see. So I go ahead and grab a small charm that I got from out here, and one of them is a 7% magic find small charm. Nice. Now popping back in at run 57 and we get a, ooh man, there we go, unique Eldritch Orb. Now we need this to roll with 3 skills or it's a complete bust. Ugh. Alrighty, well we'll get them next time, and we get another item for the casters here, and that is this unique bone knife, and that is the Whiz Spike, a ton of res, and a ton of mana, and a ton of faster cast rate. So here I snagged a rare ring here at run 61. I eventually get around to IDing it after doing a bunch of other little things I was taking care of. And 10 FCR, a bunch of attack rating, really high strength, and some life, and a baby amount of lightning res. It's an okay, pretty solid ring. Now, crazy enough, after it took me so long to ever find a Shaco, I get another one here. It's like my 4th one on single player. Oh, buddy. I'm glad this was not my first one. It's an ethereal Shaco. That would be so devastating if this was the first one that I had ever found. So just a little bit later here from Diablo, I wouldn't normally note this, but because I found it just after the Shaco, I wanted to go ahead and note this just moments later. And that is these Frostburn Gauntlets, great for those Nova Energy Shield builds with that 40% increased maximum mana. And we'll hop and skip over to the next run here. We get a nice rare ring, attack rating, dual leech, and some more of that lightning res. Now we're back over to me streaming, and we got the old school cinder block wall behind me. Nice. So I grabbed the Set Death Mask. Most people know this is a great budget option for those Act 2 mercenaries, the Tal Rasha's Heraldric Crest. Now this one right here is probably the most exciting and the drop I'm most happy about here in all of these runs. And that is this massive low rune. I really want to make a grief. It really sets off every single melee build in the entire game. So it is so mega nasty that I just pulled a low rune from the Chaos Sanctuary. Let's take another quick look at this beautiful puppy right here. So we keep the runes dropping here on the next drop highlight. Not quite as exciting as a low rune, but it is the lowest rune that I generally note in these videos, and that is a Lem rune. Never mad to get one. Another one of those rare items, but not particularly useful, and that is this unique Kraken shell. That is the Leviathan. Unfortunately, it's just not quite good enough to be there, even with that massive strength and damage reduction. Pulling a unique amulet here at run number 72. I'm really hoping this is Amara's because I really need one. So let's go ahead and ID this and see what we can get. Do not be a Nosekin at least. Is it Amara's? It's a High Lord's good to get, but I already have one. Now we're pulling another rune here at run number 74. See what I did there? So here, always good to get yourself a pull rune. We are snagging another unique amulet here just a few runs later. Just please, come on, just give me Amara's. I just need any of them. I don't care how it rolls. Just give me Amara's. Is it gonna be? Kind of noteworthy. It's a Rising Sun. Kind of cool, but not Amara's. Now here at run 84, we get a drop highlight right in the middle of a ton of channel members. You can actually gift memberships now on YouTube, just like you can gift subs on Twitch. So if you want to have fun, maybe get lucky and get yourself one of these memberships gifted to you, make sure you check me out streaming live. I stream live right here on this channel. Now the highlight is this unique ring I snagged, hoping to finally, maybe I can get lucky and just find an SOJ somewhere. It's a Ravenfrost, but it's actually a pretty darn good roll on this Ravenfrost. Getting one of my favorite items to find here at run number 93, and that's because this unique item is the Ogre Axe. Let's go! And this unique Ogre Axe is the Bone Hew. Yes, I know it's pronounced ogre. I don't care. Finishing up the last few sets of these runs here off stream, but we're at run number 96 and you see those unique war boots. They're some of the best in slot for any melee characters here. I run out of portals here to identify. Go hit up my boy Kane once again, and those war boots are obviously Gore Riders, Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, and Open Wounds. So we end these sets of runs hot, so don't take off yet, folks. We get another rune here towards the end at run number 97. Not quite a high rune, but it's a nice mid rune to find, and that is this Maul. This one here at run 98, once again, isn't from the Chaos Sanctuary, but it's from when I went out to get skeletons. And instead of just going and getting them from anywhere, I come out to Elden Shank hoping to get lucky. We grab this small charm, give it a little identification eventually here, and it is 3 faster walk run with 10 poison res. Kind of a neat charm to get there. Now, I think I got incredibly good luck. That stuff is absolutely amazing. If you like these shirts right here, the merch store down below, you can pick them up. If you want to, you don't have to. Hey, peace out, fellas. And don't forget, keep slaying. Oh yeah, there's shirts that say that too.